All right, so in this video, we're going to be running through the junk drawer folder. This is basically this right here, where you have a bunch of useful things that you don't know where to put. So we put it all in this one folder, all right? Now, the very first flow we're going to look at is the highlight product flow, all right? This is going to be the flow that checks if the product is either sold out, if it's no longer available, or if users already purchased this item. Now, if you remember in the search find by and the URL product assignment flows, we have the AMZ override tag that we add to users manually via live chat. If the product seems to go sold out, or if you forget that the promotion hasn't ended, it redirects here to this flow. It checks for that tag and it just automatically sets the text recovery to highlight flow. Now, the reason for this action right here is that we want to see it in live chat that we are in the highlight flow. This lets us know that basically the product's no longer available, it's sold out, something like that, right? So we want to see that in live chat. Next thing we check for if its product status is expired or if brand is expired. If any of those conditions match, we just tell them, oh no, looks like the promotion for this item has ended. Now there may be moments where here in this condition here, we check if all the conditions match. If it's brand, SFB, and product status is unknown, we know the promotion is no longer available. So again, we tell them the promotion ended. Next thing we check for is product status is either sold out, if brand is not available, or product status is null. Any of those match, we just tell them, hey, it looks like we hit our daily limit for this product. We reset our products every day at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please check back tomorrow, all right? And then the last thing we check for is if purchased items contains the product they currently selected. If that condition does match, we just tell them, whoops, it looks like you already purchased this item. Now, after we send either of these three messages, we check a condition. Now, this is totally up to you. If you don't want to send them a highlight product, this is basically a product that you're trying to sell, but it's not selling. So you want to tell them, hey, it's not available or you just select it, but check out this product, all right? So you can redirect it to the actual highlight product, right? Or you can just redirect it back down to the check out current products flow. Here it checks for if AMZ product isn't pulled pork meat shredder. If it's not, we tell them, by the way, check out this product, and they can select it. Once they click it, they just go over back to the URL product assignment flow and they continue with the bot journey. Or they could just click the current products flow and they check out all the other products that you have. All right, so very first thing that this flow checks for is if tag is AMZ override. If you remember in the previous flows, URL product assignment or SFB product assignments, we manually add this tag to users via live chat. And then from there, we go ahead and we send them the URL product assignment flow. If for some reason the get row by value action fails, just gets redirected. Here it checks for that tag, and the only thing you're going to see on live chat is that AMZ cuff reset gets cleared. From there, users will not be able to see this, so this is for you to see via live chat. All right, now if they don't have this tag, we just go ahead and we clear the AMZ cuff reset cuff. All right, and we tell them, oh no, we couldn't load the product you selected, please click the button below to try again. They click the button and they go back to the URL product assignment flow. Now the AMZ bad buyer flow, all it says is, sorry first name, it looks like our promotions have ended for your group. We'll reach out to you if they resume. We don't want to tell them exactly why they're bad buyers. We don't want to tell them, hey, you scammed us. We found out you scammed us. We found out that you returned your item. We don't want to give them any reason as to why they're bad buyers. We want to keep it vague. Why? Because maybe if we tell them something specific, they can just go ahead and create a new Facebook account or a new Amazon account. We don't want that to happen, so we keep it vague for them, right? Now, if users have the AMZ pending rebate tag and they try to select a new product, we just immediately send them over to this flow. It says, hey, first name, it looks like you are waiting on a rebate from your last purchase. We give them a breakdown of the purchase. We tell them the product, the order ID, the purchase date, and we tell them we only allow you to have one item to be selected whilst your rebate is pending. Please order again when you have received your PayPal rebate. Now, if the AMZ promo status cuff is currently off and users do anything to trigger a flow with a condition that checks for it, users are immediately redirected to this flow. All we say here is all promotions are closed for now. We can notify you when we get more deals. Click notify me below. All they do is they click the button. We just tell them after they click the button, we just tell them, cool, we'll keep in touch. That's it. Now in various flows within the bot journey, we have the talk to human button. Anytime users click the button, they get redirected to this flow. First thing we do is we open up the conversation, we notify admins, and then we set up the event default reply time-based cuff, all right? Here, this cuff, what we do is we set the cuff 10 minutes ahead. This allows customer support enough time to respond to users, but also it prevents users from getting the 15-minute warning flow, which I'll show you in a bit. Now, once all these actions have been set up, next thing we tell them is, I've let our team know that you need assistance. Please allow 12 to 24 hours for them to get back to you. Now in order status part 2, we tell users that they have 15 minutes to purchase. Why is that? Well, there have been many instances where multiple people come into the bot and they get to the order ID capture part of the flows, right? What happens there is that they don't purchase anything within the first 15, 30, 1 hour, maybe 6 hours. But after that, after those 6 hours, let's say, they finally purchase. And this could be a lot of people that do that. Now, if the product had already reached its goal for the day, and all of a sudden, let's say 7 people decide to buy after 7 hours, guess what? You sold 7 more than you should have, right? So we give people 15 minutes to purchase, but we don't really give them 15 minutes. What we do is we give them 15 minutes, we give them a warning, we give them another 15 minutes, and after those 15 minutes, we tell them that they have to check if the product is still available. So here what we check for is if event default reply has any value, and if current time is before event default reply plus 5 minutes, all right? If that matches, then we know that they triggered the talk to human flow, so it stops right there. Next thing we do is we check for any of the following 2 conditions. If tag is AMZ pending rebate, we know that they purchased, so stop right there. And we check if AMZ bot journey is canceled purchase process. If they have those 2 conditions, any of those 2 conditions, it just stops right there. From there, it checks if bot journey is rebate part 2, verify order fail. Sometimes it does happen, but the verification process does fail. If they have this bot journey cuff, from there it does a notify admin, opens up the conversation, and it adds the AMZ talk to human tag. From there it checks if all the following conditions don't match. It checks if rebate part 2 isn't order ID capture, and it also checks if bot journey isn't rebate part 2 verify order fail. If none of those conditions match, we just go ahead and we tell them, oh no, it looks like we reached our 15-minute warning. Hey, no worries, we'll give you another 15 minutes to complete your order. Please type your order ID as soon as you're ready to continue. Here, what we have is the order ID capture user input is still active. So users can go ahead and type their order ID, and it immediately triggers the next part of the flow where we verify their order ID. Now, after that message is sent, we give them another 15 minutes to purchase. Again, we check everything that we previously checked in the first condition. If none of those conditions match, we go ahead and we change the bot journey to 15-minute warning status check. Next thing we do is we want to do a bot timestamp so we can see what's going on. We clear the AMZ product status and we clear the AMZ rebate percentage. Once that's done, we tell them, oh shucks, it appears your session is timed out. Please click the button below to check out if the item you selected is still available. Here what happens is we have a button, it goes ahead and it clears the AMZ event 15-minute timer and sends them over to the AMZ in part 1 introduction. Now, if you remember correctly, there's a condition at the very end just before we give them instructions. It checks for bot journey if it says 15-minute warning status check. If that's true, the flow stops right there, which immediately triggers this next part, which is good news. The item is still available for today, and it continues over to AMZ part 2 order status. Now, there are people that do type in their order ID, or maybe they type some sort of question or doubt that they have. Well, here we just have a blank user input. From there, we just go ahead and we tell them, hey, please click the button check availability above before you continue with the purchase. Any purchase made without checking if product is still available for today will not be eligible for rebate. This is just a warning for them. But here what we can do, and which would be better, is if they do get this message, we can loop back to here, do a notify admin, open conversation, and add the AMZ talk to human tag. If they do give you an order ID, it's up to you to decide if you want to allow them to continue to verify their order and complete their purchase, or it's up to you, like I said, to tell them, sorry buddy, you can't continue. Now, there are 2 specific parts within the bot journey where we have a cancel order button. The reason for this is to reduce the amount of people that unsubscribe from the bot. Let's take into consideration the part where we ask for the user's email. There are many times where people come into the bot, we ask for their email, they say no thank you. The bot responds with please type the correct email. They type I don't want it. Again, it tells them the part about typing in the correct email. They type I said no. Guess what happens after that? They type stop. We don't want people unsubscribing from the bot. Here, what we do is we allow them to click the cancel order button, and then we give them an option to check out our current products. Now, the reason for this is because maybe they're not interested in the product they currently selected, but we can offer them other products that we do currently have as well. So here, once they click the button, we ask, are you sure you want to cancel? You'll lose the progress if you do. They can click yes, they can click no I don't. All right, if they click no I don't, we just tell them, hey, no worries, we'll send you to the last part, the last message that you got. Here we hit up the bot journey flow and it redirects them straight to the exact last part that they were in. If they click yes cancel, we just go ahead and we set the bot journey to canceled purchase process. We clear the AMZ product status and we tell them, okay, we've canceled your order. Please click current products below if at any time you wish to continue with more deals. From there, they just go ahead and they click current products and they go to the new product flow. Here we added a blank user input flow that leads to nowhere. We noticed that even though people click the button, they type something like thank goodness and the default reply would kick in, and guess what? People would get mad. So we decided to add this user input. Now this is just a simple reputation management email that we send to users. All it checks first thing is if tag is AMZ review clicked. From there, if it doesn't match, we just go ahead and we send them an email saying, it looks like you've had your product for a while now. We'd love to know what you think. Reviews help our business build an online presence and help others learn about us. These are not required, but we would really appreciate if you took a moment to help us. We value your opinion. Would you be willing to take a minute to leave us a review? From here, we just set up the bot timestamp and we add the tag review clicked. Now just remember, two of the flows that you can edit however you want is the highlight product flow and the 15-minute warning. Maybe you don't want to do 15 minutes, but instead 30 minutes. That's up to you. You can set it up here. If you change the time, remember to also change the rule to be 30 minutes and also the verbiage in order status part 2 to change the verbiage to say 30 minutes as well. Here in highlight product, you can also redirect this condition right here to go down if you don't have a highlight product, or you can leave it right here. You just need to change the product name to whatever it is that you're trying to push. All right, so these are all the flows within the junk drawer folder. Have a good one.